Hey everyone! It's already that time again to set up a new month in my planner, so let's go ahead and dive right in. To preface, I've been using a B6 Sterling Ink Common Planner with vertical weeklies. As per usual, I'm starting off with this quarterly spread. On the left-hand side, I've been using these sections as a media tracker for the past few months. The setup has been very simple and minimal, with only labeling a few different headers. I've noticed over these last few months that I tend to consume much more music than anything else, so I'm deciding that for September, I'll leave more room for the music category and keep the TV shows, movies, and book sections smaller. The pen that I'm using to write the majority of today's things is the Uniball One P in the 0.38mm size. Now that that's done, I'm moving to the page on the right, which I've been using as a habit tracker. To represent my habits, I've just been drawing little doodles, which has been working out pretty well for me. For September, I'm planning on just continuing with the same habits, which are my morning routine, workout, a creative habit, reading, journaling, taking my vitamins, no spending, and my night routine. And just like that, this spread is all set up. I prefer to keep these pages very simple in terms of setup since they're only for functionality. Moving on to the monthly spreads, I'm reaching into my sticker book and I've been itching to use these transfer stickers that are this floral and moon theme. I think I'll also incorporate some of the stickers from this moon and moth set as well since they're pretty similar to each other. For anyone who's wondering, these are the MU print-on transfer stickers. The first set that I'm using here is their flower moon set, and the other one is the lunar set with the moons and moths. These sets come with 2 sheets, each with different designs on them. I'm sure for those of you who have seen my other monthly plan with me's, you'll know how much I love using these transfer stickers in my planner. Since the stickers are so thin, they blend in seamlessly to the page, and they don't add very much bulk to planners with thin paper like this one, which has Tomoe River paper. Not only do I appreciate how seamless they are, I absolutely love the artwork. Although the sheets feature different sticker designs, they're all so cohesive and coordinate beautifully together. It's also very easy to mix and match different sets together since they all feature this delicate, almost watercolor appearance to them. They're also very easy to layer over each other to add extra detailing. So I think that's all for the decorating I'll do for this spread. I usually like to keep the left sidebar blank to track my expenses throughout the month. And I also like to leave space at the bottom below the calendar to write out to-dos, which I'll add shortly. Before I get to that though, I'm first filling in my monthly calendar. I like to write down holidays, birthdays, events, bills, and paydays using a few different icons to signify each occasion. I also have some little post-it notes from the brand Beverly that I'll use to write down specific reminders that I don't want to forget about before I set the month up. Now that I'm in the process of setting up my month, I can remove the post-it note and write it directly onto the page. Taking my Tombow Fudenosuke hard-tip brush pen, I'm now adding my to-do header at the bottom of the spread. And now I'm just adding a few to-dos for the month that are off the top of my head. As always, I can come back and add more as the month progresses, but I'm just starting with these for now. 2 of them mainly revolve around the books that I'm reading since I'm finally starting to go to the library again, and I have this terrible, irrational fear of not finishing the book before it's due or missing the due date, so I have to make several reminders for myself. And with that, my September monthly spread is all set up. I've been waiting to use this set of stickers since the day I got them. I just love everything about this set, from the moon and floral designs to the soft and neutral color palette. Everything about it just makes my heart sing. Now to set up the final spread of today's video, which is the first week of September. I'm starting off by blocking out my work schedule for the week. Thank goodness it's the week of Labor Day, so we have Monday off. Once that's done, I'm going in and writing down the holiday, bills, and birthdays for that week at the top of each day. This is where I like to add any events to start, but usually the week before or the week of. I'll also go in and add any specific to-dos I need to get done each day. However, I'm filming this a couple weeks in advance, so I'm not going to list out too many specific to-dos as of yet. On the sidebar, this is where I like to keep essentially a brain dump of to-dos for the week. I like having this space just to write out any random things I need or want to get done during the week. but don't want to assign them to a specific day yet. This is especially helpful for when it's still a couple weeks out, like right now as I'm filming this. If I end up thinking of something that will need to get done within the next couple of weeks, I can add that here in this section. That way, when this week is officially here, I can refer to this to-do list and have a better picture of what my week is looking like then, and can finally assign it to a specific day that week depending on my availability. I hope that made some sort of sense. Moving on to the decorations, for this spread, I decided to reach for that other set of transfer stickers, the Lunar set, and wanted to place this big bluish-gray moon here at the bottom. Sometimes I'll fill this space up with stickers, other times I'll paint or doodle something, but this week I felt like adding a quote instead. Usually I'll add a lyric from a song, but today I felt like adding a quote from one of the books I've recently read, which was New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. I thought that it was so fitting since this month's theme includes moons, so I took my Monteverde Invincia Black Sparkle City fountain pen with a medium nib filled with Colorverse's Witch by Starlight ink and used faux calligraphy to write this quote from Bella. First off, I completely messed up a couple of words from the quote, so I had to cut out a few little pieces of paper from a sterling ink booklet to cover that up, so please don't mind that. Secondly, I can't believe the sparkle from this ink. It looks insane, and I love it so much. Third, can we just appreciate how stunning this fountain pen looks in the sunlight? The holographic sparkles are so beautiful, I just can't stand it. And fourthly, this is my first time reading through the Twilight Saga, and it has been such a whirlwind. I've seen all the movies when they first came out, but I had completely forgotten most of the story by the time I started reading Twilight this past June. I know this is so freaking late, but if you've read or seen Twilight, I want to know. Are you Team Edward or Team Jacob, and why? Let's duke it out in the comments. Anyway, here is my finished September setup. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know which team you're on, or what planner you've been using recently and your thoughts on it. I love chatting with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.